Hi, class. So in Module 3, we're going to turn our focus to leadership theories. So at its core, leadership is about influence, but the way that leaders influence others can depend on the context, right? So in the public sector, leaders might face some unique challenges like tight budgets, policies that set limits, and being unable to provide like raises or bonuses to motivate or even reward high performing um, staff members. So that means that leaders often rely on different approaches, including public service motivation. Um, public service motivation is this idea that some individuals are driven by a commitment to the public good, that they are guided by compassion and self sacrifice. So you'll see how this concept ties closely to the ethical standards that are outlined in the ASPA Code of Ethics, right? With, focusing on the public good and instead of personal gain, things like that, having integrity. So this week we're also going to explore several leadership theories. So we're going to talk about transformational leadership, which emphasizes like inspiring and motivating followers to embrace change or to find the meaning in their work. And then servant leadership, uh, while similar, is about putting others first, focusing on stewardship, empathy, and community. And then we'll talk about situational leadership that reminds us that no single style works in every case. That leaders need to adapt based on their followers' readiness, their needs, and the situation. So, and then we'll talk about authentic leadership, which is focused on recognizing or being self aware. And it is centered around transparency and building trust with others. So each of these approaches kind of provide useful insights into how leaders in the public sector can influence, motivate, and act ethically. So as you move through the readings and all the various resources, think about whether any of these theories are truly universal. Can they be applied across different sectors, cultures, nations, or are they best understood in like a specific context? So I want to also remind you about the importance of the group work. So the group conflict of interest discussion is due in module 3. And so even though you're collaborating with a group, your grade is going to be based on your individual contribution to this group discussion. So that means that you have to actively participate in your group's discussion area in that pre-work area. Um, you need to contribute to the combined post, and you need to have some type of demonstrating meaningful engagement with your peers. And that's why it's really important that you're actively posting in the pre work areas for the group discussions. Be sure that you're posting the group discussion on time, that you're communicating clearly with your group, and that you're sharing responsibility for that final product. So staying fully engaged not only ensures that you received, the individual grade, but it also will support your group and make sure that the group produces a strong final product, right? So please don't wait till the last minute. Timely participation is key. I also want to remind you that if you run into any questions, any concerns, any challenges, do reach out to me via the Canvas inbox and I'll respond to you usually within 24 hours. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the thoughtful work your group puts into this first group discussion post. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to reach out. Thanks.